Good, y'all. It's your boy, Jared Smith, a.k.a. Godsent. So, thank God for choosing your boy today to watch this video. So, before we go even further, I'll give you 5 seconds to like, comment something nice, and subscribe. Join the tribe. Cause we's a vibe. Yeah. Yeah. We a vibe. You dig? So, let's get into this video. You see the topic of today's video. Let's go over some Warriors Jimmy Butler talk. Let's talk about the acquiring of Jimmy Butler and how's that been going out for him, you know? Let's get into this! So, there's your boy right there, Jimmy Butler, number 10 for the Golden State Warriors. And this right here is their new swag. You ready? The reason why Jimmy Butler and Steph is it's literally like polar opposites, complete opposites of one another. You know what Steph is? Steph is about spacing. Give me that rock, cause I'ma shoot that. I'ma lace that mug, right? Jimmy is all about everything else. Like, Jimmy is defense first. Jimmy's let's get the whole team active. Jimmy's athletic. Jimmy wants to go in the post and battle out with the big dogs. Jimmy got soul. Jimmy got soul. Jimmy got soul. Jimmy got soul. Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, right? So before that Bucks game, they were practicing pick and rolls. You dig? Jimmy Butler setting screens for Steph Curry, and Steph Curry setting screens for Jimmy Buckets, right? And this in that offense works so well simply because when you have someone like Jimmy Butler who's an expert at doing the extra, all the other stuff on the basketball court and simply just plays hard. Like, Jimmy doesn't care how they win. They want to win. They're going to win. Jimmy Butler's first game, 25 points with the Golden State Warriors, and Steph had 38. Ballistic. Crazy. And you can see it. Pick and roll with him and Steph, and they don't know what to do. They don't know if they want to double Steph off that pick, give Steph the most attention, because if you give him the most attention, Jimmy's gonna that's easy for Jimmy. Like, don't do that. You don't want that to happen. So now you got to make a decision. Now, when you get hit with that screen, you better worry about the roll if you got hit with the screen, and focus on, and the dude that's on the opposite end of the screen, he got to focus on Steph. Or he has to make a decision if he wants to take Jimmy Butler on the screen or off the pick and roll, off the roll, right? It's dangerous because you got, again, a guy like Jimmy Butler who wants to do everything else. Giving Andrew Wiggins up for Jimmy Butler is perfect because you got a guy that can go get buckets at any single moment of the game to be the running mate of the point guard who can flat out go get 40. And what that does, it unlocks so much space. It unlocks a different way of playing. When you got Jimmy Butler is a point forward, right? When you got someone like that to unlock the game for Steph, now I saw that Jeff Teague said it on his podcast. Shout out to Jeff Teague and his crew. He was mentioned that now that Jimmy's there being the point forward, the 3-and-Ds that were taking Steph Dylan Brooks, your freaking Herb Jones. Like, those big monstrosities, those 6'9", 6'8", 6'6", like, big 3-and-D guys, now they got to go back to guarding a guy their size. They got to go guard Jimmy. Because if you don't guard Jimmy, Jimmy's going to demolish your point guard. Whereas if you had Andrew Wiggins there, Andrew Wiggins picking, he's a picky scorer. He's a picky scorer. He doesn't always want to take advantage of the opportunity in front of him. Jimmy though, Jimmy gonna take the 6'1". Jimmy gonna take your 6'2". Jimmy gonna take your 6'3". You feel me? You dig? We're looking at a Golden State Warriors team who's never had this element. They haven't had a guy be the second option, but also be probably the number one defender, the number one facilitator. Like, what do you need Draymond for? Besides defense and also facilitating on the floor, I guess at times. But Jimmy Butler does that. You feel me? When you look at how the team is built up, you got two guys who can go lock down the opposite team's best big or small guard, whatever the hell it is. Like, you got Draymond and Jimmy Butler next to each other. Two tenacious winners. Like, these guys just want to win. Next to Steph Curry. That's scary. And when you look at the Western Conference right now, right? You look at 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now the Timberwolves are 14 games back from the one, right? But between all that, right, you got the Mavericks and the Kings that are both ahead of the Warriors, and they're all like literally half a game from each other, right? And you look at that and you can say, all right, if the Warriors can run off another five wins, they could most definitely creep into the 8-7 conversation and then go on from there. I think what Jimmy Butler does for this roster is so very needed, because again, they haven't had this element in a while. I don't think, and again, no, they never had this element, respectfully. Like, Clay was a two-way at one point, and then scouted off. Like, he got killed. Devin Booker was torturing him for the last few years, right? And you look at what Jimmy Butler does on defense. Jimmy Butler is arguably the best two-way in basketball. Like, when the man single-handedly takes the Miami Heat to 2 NBA Finals, there's nothing y'all telling him. Nothing y'all telling him. He did it with a band of misfits, respectfully. Miami knew full-grown well they shouldn't have even been sniffing the Eastern Conference Finals. But that's what happens when you get a guy in Jimmy Butler. And the Warriors now have that guy. And this is what I'm so excited for. Post-All-Star game Warriors is going to be ridiculous. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want to see. I want to see Jimmy Buckets and Chef and Draymond and the rest of those young cats finally band together, and let's see if they can make a run at that thing. You feel me? If the Warriors can make a run at the NBA Finals, bro, with Jimmy Butler, and they're a 10th seed, if they can go from a 10th seed to a Western Conference Finals, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing you can tell me about Steph Curry. Steph Curry is the greatest point guard to ever walk the planet Earth. And I already feel like that, but that would stamp it. And what the Warriors did really made up for that dumbass Dennis Schroeder trade, because I did not like that trade. I hated it with every fiber of my being. I thought getting another point guard was stupid. and wasn't going to help at all whatsoever. Wasn't going to relieve more space. No, it's not. It's not. But Jimmy Butler helps the team. What's the Warriors ceiling? The Warriors ceiling, in my opinion, I don't know, man. These guys could make a deep run if they make it to the playoffs. How do they match up with the Thunder? A Thunder team, right? Warriors are small. Warriors still gotta go get a big man, respectfully, because Kevon Looney's not gonna do it. But we've been saying Kevon Looney's not gonna do such and such for so many years. The year when they beat the Boston Celtics, everyone was like, I don't think Kevon Looney's gonna matter. Like, it's not gonna matter. Like, Al Horford's way better than Kevon Looney and all that stuff, right? All that talk, right? And then they won. So, yeah, the Warriors need another big man. Could they make Kevon Looney go crazy and do enough? One last run? Shoulder shrugs. Warrior Nation, let me know in the comments. Y'all gonna have to help me. Help me understand what Kevon Looney really is. But these guys look like they could make it to a second round. Do I know how? I don't know. Do they beat the Memphis Grizzlies? I don't think the Warriors can beat the Grizzlies right now, currently constructed. Do they beat the Nuggets? Maybe. But then again, I have no idea. Jokic is a different monster. That's a different Jokic that they're playing. This is a different Jokic that they're playing. Now, from 4, 5, 6, and 7, Lakers, Rockets, Clippers, Timberwolves. Oh, even the Mavericks and Kings. Warriors have a chance. Outside the top 3, the Warriors have a chance. Warriors have a chance. I can see. I'm going to say right now, I think the ceiling of the Warriors right now, currently constructed, is a second round exit. First round, if they get matched up with OKC or the Grizzlies, in my opinion, I don't think they're beating the Grizzlies right now, currently constructed. I don't think they beat the Thunder. They could make it interesting with the Nuggets, because I don't believe in Jamal Murray. I think Jamal Murray is getting taken out by Jimmy Butler. That's not a factor in that game, respectfully. And then MPJ, we don't want. Brother, you're right, but we ain't worried about you.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Nuggets bench is not deep. Like, they literally got 6 guys to throw at you. So, yeah. Like I said, final answer, I think they're a second round exit right now, currently constructed. We just got to see how these Warriors continue to play. And the Warriors always act different post All-Star game. So, post All-Star game, we should get a really good, like, analysis of what that team is. But with that being said, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in today's episode of Godsent Media. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join the tribe, because I'm your guy. Please, subscribe, man. I need to hit 100 subscribers. Let's go. Get up out of here!